know what you're talking about. Hello there, you tears. Welcome back to my channel. I am in the process of introducing you to a product line that's within my collection, and it's beginning to accumulate pretty excessively. And it's of the same brand. They're not of all the same line, but they are of the same brand. They were produced at various time frames, but somehow I attained them, and I was like, I know I have this one, and I know I have that one, and I know I have this one. And I went through my collection, and sure enough, I was stunned at the fact that I was not familiar with some of them specifically, but they were in my collection. And so I decided to pull them all out and throw them a party. Yes, we're having a Burberry party. Yeah, this is Burberry product line. And the reason I'm classifying it as a party because I'm going to introduce you to all of these here products as ones, because I'm in the process of still growing my collection, and I love Burberry products. I love them exceptionally because they were one of my, I have several that were the first ones that I was introduced to as Burberry products that I accumulated, and I'll point that out as I introduce them to you, because I'm in celebratory moment right now with them, because when I pulled them all out, I'm like, oh my God, we one big happy family. Yes. So therefore, the first one that I would like to introduce you to, which I'm sure you're probably familiar with already from my previous videos, but I'm going to throw it in again, and a few additional ones as well. And the reason that I'm introducing you to these particular products are because of the fact that I am captivated by them, literally. I am. And the sense, I haven't ever been introduced to a Burberry product that I could actually say, I'm not feeling it. I have never experienced that with them, and right now I am captivated in Burberry fragrances. These particular fragrances are transcending all over my body right now because I have been mystifying and spritzing all over my body. So I smell exquisitely lovely, definitely, and I know it. But the first one I'm going to bring up to you right now happens to be, this here is probably one of my older ones, and this one happens to be Burberry Britt. Yes, this is Burberry. I can never get this cap up. Burberry Britt. Oh my God, Burberry Britt. I want you to understand that Burberry Britt has been around for quite some time. But it's very, very, very sheer. It's a very sheer fragrance. When I say sheer, the reason I say that is because it's exquisitely light. It's exquisitely light. It smells like the spring morning. It's a eau de toilette, and it's very, very captivating as far as like the scent's concerned. It's captivating. It consists of a beautiful pineapple leaves and grapes and a citric fragrance that has been incorporated into this one as well, and also a pink pony. It has a light, delicate, sweet aroma to it, to the point where it's so unique and so indifferent from all of these here fragrances are exceptionally indifferent from one another. They all have their own distinctive personality toward them, which grant them their specific ID code, but yet they're all Burberry products. That's one thing that I really love about Burberry products, because all of their fragrances are indifferent of the other one. In other words, you're going to get a totally different aroma with every fragrance, and I know that's standard in a product brand line. If they aren't of the same line, I understand that, but these are not dupes or anything like that. They are not flankers. They are the original Burberry products. They're of the same brand but of a different product line. But it's amazing to me how distinctive the fragrances smell, so individualized with each fragrance. And it's a very extensive collection as well. But however, the description of this particular fragrance grants it the composition of a very, very spring morning. Yes, and it's very lovely and enticing and exquisitely designed as well. And also, you might be able to detect a little bit of citric in this one also. but it's very light and very delicate, and I classify it as my Burberry party because I have incorporated all of these fragrances on my body, so I'm in celebration of all of my Burberry fragrances right now. Yes, and the next one I want to introduce you to is one that I know for a fact that I have never provided you any information regarding this fragrance because it was so deep down within the collection to the point I had totally overlooked it for such a long time, and I just came back with this particular video only specifically so I can bring it to your attention. And this one happens to be, I just want you to know that at the time of purchase, I purchased solely based on the fragrance that it was projecting to me, and I didn't really have any concern of the name of it, but it's Burberry by Burberry, and it classified as Burberry by Burberry because it's of two distinct product lines, Burberry by Burberry for women and Burberry London for women, of two individual product lines to establish this particular fragrance right here, and it's just simply charming. It's considered strikingly minimalist, and the reason I say it's minimalist because it has very few notes in it, and the notes in it are very harmonizing, but yet they are very strong notes, but there are like a musk, and there's also some vanilla incorporated in here, and it gives you that impression that it's has a great deal of fruit notes in here, but they are so suppressed to where they are almost undetectable. And also it's more of a heavy fragrance because it has some wood base in here as well, which makes it very hard and strong. But it's, to me, this smells like it has some leather in it, black leather. It smells like it. I may be wrong, but it really smells like it has some leather, and it definitely has some black currant in it. But it also smells like it has some leather because it's so hard. It's a hard fragrance that wears strong on your body. I love it to some extent, but I feel like this has a specific, it isn't like one of those fragrances that you would wear anytime. I think that this has a specific dedicated occasion for it, but I haven't really determined exactly which one yet. But as you can see, apparently I have been wearing this baby because I put a major dent in here. Check it out. Burberry by Burberry are classified as Burberry for women or Burberry London for women. If you really want to investigate this particular fragrance, I suggest that you sample it. Sample this one first. Sample this fragrance to make a determination as to whether or not, as a woman, you feel like it's going to benefit you in any manner, because it's very heavy and it's very indifferent from most fragrances, but it has its own individual personality, and you could possibly love this one as well. But you have to take into consideration it isn't one of those sweet fragrances. You're going to experience a great deal of sweetness with this, but it's very admirable. So investigate this one, Burberry by Burberry. And going on, I would like to introduce you to Burberry Rhythm. Burberry Rhythm here, I've also introduced this one to you before in a video, and I made a comparison with this. But in all actuality, there's a major comparison in these two because, like I said before, you aren't going to run across very many Burberry products that has any simulation in their particular fragrance aroma. But the aroma in this particular one right here is it also has like a powdery accent to it. It's delicate, but it's exceptionally unique. It's indifferent from any of the other ones, and for one reason, because it smells so fresh. It has a very strong freshness applied to it, but it has a fresh scent of blackberries applied to it. Also, everything about this one is just fresh. And also there's a little bit of sweetness to it, but not exceptionally extensive to the point where it's elevating the fragrance until the point where it begins to smell too annoyingly sweet, but it's just the right amount of sweetness where it gives you that delicate, charming, atmospheric presence. I love this one. I do. It's a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's very pleasant sweetness, and it's also very admirable to wear because it's detectable and it's like light and inspirational at the same time. It's inspirational because it's alluring and it's transcending, but yet as it transcends the aroma out into the public or someone else detect this on your body, it's also very, very captivating to you because it remains with you. In other words, it's shared. It's shared excessively because it flows. It flows and it penetrates very, very loud, but yet it's exceptionally light. Yes, and what makes this particular fragrance, I think, exceptionally light happens to be the fact that there are some scents in here of honey tones. See, it has like maybe a little darkness to it. It may have something to do with the honey notes that are applied in here, but it's so lovely, exceptionally lovely, and you would appreciate this. And this here happens to be Blackberry Rhythm. And moving right along, we are going on now to another Burberry, and this Burberry happens to be Burberry Weekend. Burberry Weekend. I haven't put too much of a dent in this one, but it's been around in my collection for quite some time, and I want you to know this here is one of my exceptional fragrances as well. It has a very nice, transcending, and alluring atmospheric presence attained to it, and it's very captivating. It's a light fragrance to wear, but yet and still it's very intriguing because of the fact that it has some sensitivity to it, as if it was meant for specific occasions, but yet and still I want you to know that I find this one appealing for almost any occasion because of the fact that it's atmospheric, but yet and still it's substantial as well. It's relaxing. They classify this as a relaxing, they classify this as a relaxing country style of a perfume. But you know what? I think they misperceive this particular fragrance because I see this as a city chick fragrance. Definitely not country, but as a city chick. And the only reason I said that because of the fact that it has that fresh, sweet, delicate, charmful, very charming aroma to it. It's charming, and it's also very aromatic type of fragrance and stylish, exceptionally stylish and elegant, and all of those, and it's decorated with this beautiful type of environmental surroundings to where it appears to be designed specifically for a city girl, not because of the container or anything, but because of the aroma that it's projecting. I don't see anything country about this, but that's the label that they have on it. That's the reputation that they've given this particular fragrance. But I beg to differ. I think this would be more appropriate. Burberry by Burberry would be more, more appropriate for a country fragrance. This particular Burberry Weekend is so sweet and delicate and lovely. It's undeniably, exquisitely divine. Definitely. And this particular fragrance has a grassy notes, atmospheric, grassy notes, a mandarin, it's iris, nectarine, peach flowers, wild rose, and sandalwood musk cedar. It has this powdery, sweet smell to it. An exceptional amount of floral and fruity, woody notes applied within this particular fragrance as well. And I think the reason they classify this as a country fragrance because of the fact that it has grassy notes in it. But I think that the sandalwood in the other one, Burberry by Burberry, by having wood in that, to me that makes it a lot more countrified. But when you take into consideration when something has grassy notes in it, it can also be associated with a city chick in the park. It has grass in the park. And so I classify this as my City Chick fragrance because I love the aroma that is projecting. It's exceptionally exquisite and it's lovely and divine and all of the attributes that a woman would love to drench her body in, as I have with all of these here Burberry products today. But this one here happens to be elevating the strongest on my body right now, and that's why I'm in love with it, and that's why I'm changing its reputation to City Chick. I recommend that you investigate this one because I'm sure you will love it. And while I am having my Burberry party, honey, I want you to know I'm going to do myself a favor, and I am going to dress myself in City Chick once more. But you know City Chick isn't really the name. It's Burberry Weekend, and it's very, very, very appropriate weekend fragrance. Do yourself a favor, invest in some Burberry Weekend. If you don't have it, please attain some because you cannot go wrong with this one. I love it. I love all of my Burberries, but honey, this one right here is really, I'm feeling it today. I am really, truly feeling this one right here. Sweetness all around me. Yes, the grassy country flavors applied, notes applied to this one is exceptionally exquisite. And the mandarin, all of those attributes are coming together, and the flowers and the roses and the floral attributes that apply to it are exquisitely consolidated to establish a wonderfully lovely fragrant perfume that you would just love. And going on, here I have one that I know that's absolutely charming. It's absolutely adorable. It's absolutely everything a girl could ever want. Burberry Body. They classify this as an exceptionally sensual, woody fragrance, and the reason why everyone's captivated by it, because when this particular fragrance was launched, it was classified as being the most provocative fragrance that Burberry had ever established. It has a fruity composition, which begins with fresh green notes, and it has peach and freesia applied to it. It has very, very, very extensive amount of iris and roses included within this particular fragrance, and is leaning to the base of sandalwood, musk, and amber and vanilla. And it has pine branch leaves as well, and it's light and airy and very, very delicate. And this happens to be the Burberry Body EDP, Eau de Parfum. It's exceptionally exquisite, and it's in a very, very exquisite container, very provocative. Look at that. You know, honey, when I attained this particular fragrance, I was so in love with it, predominantly because of the container. But when I attained the fragrance, it's very difficult for me to smell anything right now because of that Burberry Weekend. I'm not promoting Burberry Weekend and having a party exclusively to the weekend. It's just that I have sprayed all of these prior to conducting this particular video, but I drenched myself again in weekend because of the fact that it's a party. Well, anyways, Burberry Body is a very exceptional fragrance, but it has a great deal of woody notes applied to it. It doesn't make it hard. It doesn't make it unattractive, but it makes it a little bit softer and a less sweeter than the Burberry Weekend or several of these here other fragrances. Not all of them. It's light. It's very sensual, but extremely delicate. And it has some green attributes applied to it as well, which softens the product even a little bit more. Let me see if I can smell anything right now. Oh, God, when I spray it like that, oh, I get the true aroma of everything. Even though I have all this weekend on me, I still have the true aroma of this fragrance, and the green notes that I was telling you about in there, they are classified as absinthe. Absinthe. those notes are so prominent in this particular fragrance, and it gives it that twist of flavor that makes it exceptionally distinguishing and so aroma. I can't say the word right now, so I'm not going to try anymore. But it has some frise in here as well. But the peach and everything, it just slides so smoothly on the surface of all of the notes to the point where it is so enlightening. It's so refreshing and enticing. Honey, you would love it. I love this. I love this also. I really do. It isn't my first time smelling it, but it's refreshing when you have had your fragrances stored for an exceptional period of time, and then you pull them all out and you consolidate them all together, and you get a whiff of aroma of all the variations of fragrance together. You feel like a bouquet of flowers. Trust me, I do right now. And so this here is my Burberry flory weekend powdery refreshing moment. Yes. So I wanted to invite you to my Burberry party because I couldn't think of any other way to celebrate all of the variations of Burberry products which I have accumulated. I didn't recognize that they weren't the most popular ones right now on the market, but I have to possibly upgrade my Burberry product line, and I will do that at time. But in the meantime, I haven't even put a dent in this baby. Check that out. Not even a dent. So I'm going to have to get busy, ensure that I start utilizing my products a little bit more frequently. This one must be one of my most primitive one. This Burberry Rhythm, most primitive one, or maybe the Blackberry Britt, because of the fact that they have exceptional, look at them. They have an exceptional amount of usage from these ones. And I'm very modest with my fragrances, but I know that I utilize them periodically. But honey, I don't know what this guy right here been doing, because it is not, it doesn't appear to be used at all. But it isn't the newest fragrance on the market. However, it isn't very popular now, but it's still well known because of the beautiful container and the beautiful fragrance that's included inside of the container. And that's why we're going to get busy. We're going to get busy utilizing this here Burberry body, because of the fact that there are several variations of Burberry body, and I would love to experience them all. So let me get accustomed to this one, and then possibly next time I may be able to introduce you to another Burberry body. But in the meantime, I would like to invite all of you to my channel. I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I would like to thank you for watching my channel, and I would like to thank you for celebrating my Burberry party with me. And you have a wonderful day. Bye.